We are live now. Okay. Uh, just a second. So, I think we are getting views now, and people are joining in. Yeah. Okay. Uh, or those who are watching, can you say hi in the comment section so that we can know uh, we should start or not? We should wait for, I think, 1 2 more minutes just to get more people joined in. So, I think we are getting views now, and people are joining in. Yeah. Okay. Uh, or those who are watching, can you say hi in the comment section so that we can know we should start or not? We should wait for, I think, 1 2 more minutes just to get more people joined in. So I think we are getting views now, and people are joining in. Okay, so I think we should start now. It's a couple of people have joined in, and more will join. I hope so. Okay, so yeah. Hey everyone, I am Sargun Singh Narula, the management lead here at DSC OIST. So DSC Club is back with its fifth live event, and this one will be basically based on Android. The event will be taken ahead by our Android head and my dear friend Rishu. Uh, Also, more finer details about the event and those technologies, Android, Kotlin, and its related stuff will be shared by him. You can ask him questions and queries about those. He will give you content about Android study jams and our latest updates. So get set ready, guys, for the event. I hope this event will be intuitive and heuristic for you all. From here onwards, Rishu will take ahead, but let's wait for 1 more minute. He is joined with us, but I think there are 2 3 more people coming in. So yeah, from here he will go on. So over to you, Rishu.
Okay, let me
Can
confirm.
you hear me,
I'm
Rishu?
audible. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Sargun, for such an introduction about this event. So I think we should start, or we are waiting for someone.
No, no, you can start. I think many people have joined. So yeah.
Okay. So we are talking about in this event Android, and most specifically, we are talking about Android Study Jams. So let me talk about what is Android Study Jam. So it's a program that is recently launched by Android team itself, and it has various combination of code labs and video tutorials and quizzes that you can take, and it has all the step-by-step learning of Android from very basic to very advanced steps, so you can take that Android study jam. And today we are just talking about how to do the code labs and how to do the basic setup. So let's proceed further. And one thing I want to talk about that there are two different tracks available in Android Study Jam. So we have new to programming track and programming experience track. So this is just the first event in Android. Specifically, we are talking about Kotlin with Android. So that's why we are taking the new to programming track. So let me talk about what are the prerequisites. So you should have a basic computer literacy. Then you should have basic math skills also that will help you in programming. Then you should have a computer as well as a headphone that you can use to watch the videos and do the code labs. And also you should have a internet connectivity so that you can connect your system with that internet and watch the videos as well as do the code labs. Then optional thing is that you should have an Android device and a USB cable so that you can test your code on the real devices. And real devices testing is very important when we do the all the development that is Android as well as all the different sorts of development that is available. So it is required. Then so what is today's agenda? So today's agenda is basically we are going to cover the Kotlin basics programming. That is, we are going to talk about variables and different data types that are included in Kotlin, some basic data type. Then we are going to talk about functions and different sorts of functions. So return function as well as function with arguments and parameters. Then we will talk about classes and object and constructors. So this is something basic about we will cover in Kotlin. Then we will discover code labs and we will see how we can do the code labs and do the quizzes so that we can complete the Android City Jam. And at last, we will do the Android Studio setup and we will also set up our virtual devices and we will build a small Android app, simply a Hello World app. And at last, we will see how the various resources that is available for learning Android. So you're gonna start Android Study Jam journey from this link that is g.co/android/study jams. And at first, Sargun will provide the link in the comment section. So Sargun, go for it. And hello.
Yeah,
Uh,
all the links will be provided to you in the comments as well as after the video. They will be given in the description section, so you guys can have it from there too.
okay. So this is the link for starting the Android Study Jam. And whenever you come first time for on this page, you will earn a base that you can add to the developer's profile. So let me talk a little bit about what is developer's profile. So it's a platform you can where you can show up your developer's skill by adding the bases, and the bases can be earned by doing the code labs. So Google provide different sorts of code labs. We have code labs for Android, we have code labs for Flutter, we have code labs for Firebase, and all the technology that is available by Google. We have code labs for that. So you can do the code labs and earn a base that you can add to a developer's profile. To open the developer's profile, you can just navigate to this link that is google.dev. And let me show you how it looks. So let's go to the browser and type google.dev. So this is the link of the developer's profile, and whenever it's under the beta phase, but it's working. But you have to click on this try Google developer profile if you are doing it for the first time, and you have to create a developer profile, and you have to give the email ID as well to create a developer's profile. So if you have completed the setup process, then you will see the page something like this. And these are some of the bases that I have earned with the code labs. So whenever you do a code lab, you will get a base, and you can add that base on the profile. So how it looks, and you can show this website to the other developers that I have done this code lab and I have earned a base. So it's just a way of appreciation. So it's recommended, and you can create a profile in this ways. So I'm talking about this link. So g.co/android/study jam. So navigate to this link and it will take you to page something like this. So this is the official page of Android Study Jam. And here we have two different tracks. So we have neural programming track and pure programming experience track. So let's get navigated to this link. So we have this link I'm talking about. So this is the main page of Android Study Jam. And here you can see we have two different tracks available. So we have new to programming track as well as pure programming experience track. So what are the things that we earn from this tracks. So at first we are going to on a base. So there are different bases that is available in both the tracks. And in pure programming experience track, if you have a little bit of knowledge about Kotlin and have done some Android development, then you can also take the pure programming experience track. So you will earn bases as well. You will earn a certificate that is signed by the facilitator of this program. So you can also take this track. And so we are just starting with new to programming. So it's just a basic course. So you have to click on this start course. Okay, so we have two different units. So first one unit is Kotlin basics for Android. So it will discover about what are the Kotlin basics and how to do programming in Kotlin. Then unit two will talk about layouts. So how to use layouts in Android Studio and setup processes. So we have to click on this explore section. And now, so this is some tracks that is get appear on the screen. So we have Android Basics, that is Introduction to Kotlin, and that four different bases that you will earn in the Unit 1 from this course. So you have to do all the activities. So as you can see, we have three activities in this section. We have four activities here, and so on. So you have to click on this Explore section. Okay, so here you have to sign in to the developers platform. So you can just click on this, and to if you have signed in, then you can see the processes, as you can save the process of your work. So at first, so this is how it looks. This is the code lab that I am talking about. So this is the first section. So we have one, two, three, and so on. So at first we have a video, small video about some introduction in Kotlin. Then we have another video about how to build the first app in Kotlin. Then you can see we have a code lab there. So to expand the code lab, you have to click on this section and click on this button to take the code lab. Okay, so this is the code lab that get appear on the screen, and it's basically a series of instructions that you can take and learn the things. So we have the first step is that what are the prerequisites and what are the basics that you want, that you will earn, and what you will need. Then so you have to take this step by step to learn the things. So it is very important to getting started, and it covers, so the first unit will cover about the basics as well as how to do the installation setups. So at last, if you have completed all the steps, then you have click on this next, and done. Then if you have completed all the code labs, then you will you can take the quiz. So quizzes are important, and it basically give you a base. So if you have completed the code labs as well as you have done the quiz, then you will earn a base. So take the quiz, you have to click on this section. So take the quiz, and now you have to answer these questions. So we have two
Hello,
different
Rishu.
types. Huh, Sargun?
Hello.
Hello.
There's a slight bit of lag in your voice. Can you check it out?
Okay. Um, I am audible. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Huh. Hello, Sargun. Is it clear? Hello. Hello.
Rishu, the lag is still there. Can you?
Okay. Is it clear now? Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's okay.
Okay. It is now clear now.
Yeah, now it's okay. You can move on.
Okay. So you have to take this quiz to on the base. So we have
Hello,
different
Rishu. Are you hearing me?
uh, huh? Okay, Sargun. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. It's now very much clear, so you can take it on.
Okay. So to take the to on the base, you have to do this code labs. So at last you have to take the quiz. So quiz have different sorts of question that is related to that code lab. And you can take this quiz any number of time you want, but make sure you have gone through all the steps and all the code labs. And if and you have done all the um, things that is described in the code lab. And now you can take the quiz and you can submit it here, and you can submit it any number of times, so it's not the required thing. So you can click on this and to return the back to the code lab. So this is how you can do the code labs, as well as how you can do the quizzes. And you can follow this step by step. So at first you have to do the so you have to follow this step by step. So at first you have to start the course, and then you have to do the unit one. As when then unit one is completed, then you can do the unit two also. So this is the steps that you can follow to do the code labs and on the basis. So this is how it looks. So let me now talk about the basics of Kotlin programming language. So I think you guys have known about how to do the code labs till now. Then let me proceed further and talk about Kotlin. So you can do the Kotlin, write the Kotlin code in browser-based editor. So that is Kotlin Playground, and you can just use this link, that is developers.android.com/training/Kotlin Playground to navigate to the this code editor, and you can use this online editor to do the Kotlin to write the Kotlin code, and you do not have to install any code editors for that. Although you can install the code editor, that is IntelliJ idea for writing Kotlin code, but we are not doing that. We're simply using this browser-based editor. So this is the Kotlin playground that you can use for writing the codes. So at first we have to let me talk about what is Kotlin. So Kotlin is an programming language that is developed by IntelliJ. So um, it's very helpful programming language and very modern programming language that can be used to develop Android apps. So it is a little bit about Kotlin. So we have to first include the main function. This is where our program execution start. And so let me do something. So this is the println method, println statement that you can use to print a thing that you want, print a message on the console. So let me run this and see how it looks. So to run this program, you have to click on this play section to run the program. Now let me edit this somehow and write Kotlin here. Okay, play this code. As you can see, we got hello Kotlin printed in the console. So this is how it looks. Now we will talk about how to declare variables in Kotlin. So to declare a variable, we have two different keywords there. So keywords are something that is special words that is described here. So we have to use two different keywords. So we have var. To declare a variable, you have to write var and the name of the variable. So you have to write, let's say I want to name my variable name. And variables is something like containers there, and that can be in that we can put the values and name them. So we have var name, and we can assign that is something, let's say my name is Rishi. Okay. Something to point out that we do not use semicolon in Kotlin. It is not required, or if you use this, it will throw errors on us. So we are not required semicolon there. Now we can see how it looks by printing this variable. So we can say println statement and print this variable. So we can print this. This is how it looks. So this is how we can create a variable in Kotlin. So this name is of type string. So string is a data type in Kotlin, and it is also in other programming language. And strings are basically used to represent the text in our programming. Then we have another data type that is int. So to declare int, you have to write something like var, and let's say I'm talking about age, and it is 90. So let's say yeah, this is now type int. So this is how it looks. Also, we can explicitly declare that I want to use this type of variable by using this colon syntax. So you have to write this colon and you have to use string there. So this give the explicitly tells that this name is of type string, and we can also do for the age also. So we can write age and colon, and we can say it is of type int. So this is how it looks, and we can also do the for the you can also print this if you want. So we can use print or print ln. So print ln basically print our message in next line and print this message on the same line. So let's say we have used print and go for the ease, and you can see our a's get printed on the console, that is 19. Then I can declare another variable, let's say var, um, let's say it's of double. So let's say var money, and it is 100.0, 100.1, and we can also print this. So as you can see, we got this printer in the console, but we have used print. So print basically print your message in the same line. So to print the message in the next line, we can use print ln statement. So I have added ln method ln there. So it will now print my message in the next line. So this is how we can create a variable. So we have different types of data type in Kotlin also. So we have data type of int, short, long. So these are of the numbers type. Then we have decimal values also. So we have float and double. And for the string, we have a string there. So text, we have a string there. And for booleans, we have true and false there. So this is how we can declare a variable. Now, one thing to point out that this name variable is mutable variable. So let's say mutable means you can change the variable if you want the value of the variable. So let's say my name now changes to let's say Prince, and now we can run this code. As you can see, the value gets changed from Richard to Prince. This is how mutable variables work. So let's say you want to create a variable and that do not change. So we can also do that by using the val keyword. So there are two different ways of creating variables in Kotlin. We have to use var as well as val. So to declare a final variable, you can use val, and let's say I can use my name and assign it a issue there. Let's say mm, Ram. Okay, and I can print it. As you can see, this works exactly the same as the var, but we cannot change it. So let's say my name now changes to issue or prince. This will not work. If you run this code, it will throw errors on us. As you can see in the console, val cannot be reassigned. So this is how we can create a variable that I want not to change, and we can also call it explicitly that I want to include a string in here. So we can call the colon syntax and write a string there. So this is also how it looks. As you can see, the same error occurs, that is val cannot be reassigned. So this is how we can create variables in Kotlin. And so let me delete this, or we can comment this code if you want. So comments are very important in programming. To add a comment, you can use double forward slash, or we can also use the multi-line comment if you want. So to do the multi-line comment, you have to use forward slash and star, and followed by star and forward slash. So this is the multi-line comment that can be added to your code, and the comments do not execute in your program. So if we play this, it will now do not throw errors on us because we have commented this line of code. So this is how we can create variables in Kotlin. Now let's proceed further and talk about functions in Kotlin. So functions is very important in any programming language, and it basically decreases the line of code in our program and make the program execution faster, as well as we do not occupy more space on our system. So let's say I want to print this three line of code. So let's say println, and I am another thing that I want to print is println I am 19 years old, and now I want to print I am, so my hobby is reading. So let's say I want to print this three line of code again and again. For some what reason we want I have to print this code again and again. So let me run this first. As you can see, our three lines of code get executed and it get printed on the console. So let's say we want to print this code again and again. Just copy this code and it again. Copy this code and paste it again. So play this, and as you can see, our whole execution get executed on the console. As you can see, uh, let's separate them by adding another println there. As you can see, our three lines of code get executed. So some reasons we want this code to write again and again. For this, we can use functions there. So functions can do this work for you, and you have to just call the function and it will execute all the codes that is included in that function. To declare a function, we have to write fun keyword. So fun and the name of the functions, let's say about me, then followed by parentheses and curly braces, so opening and closing curly braces, and then I can just paste this code. Okay, so let me delete this all. We do not need this. So play this file. It do not happen because we have just defined this function and not called. So to call this function, we have to, in the main function, we have to write the name of the function. So let's say about me, followed by parentheses, and we can play this file now. So as you can see, our function get executed and it print my three lines of code in the console. So this is how a function works. And now we can call this function any number of times wherever we need it, and it just easy the job for us. So whenever we want this function, we can just call this function by just using the name and the followed by parentheses, and our three lines of code or the any lines of code that is included in that function get executed. So this is how function work. So as you can see, this is something that about only me. So how can we make this function more dynamic? So to make this function more dynamic, we can use parameters as well as arguments in function. So to add the parameter, we can add the parameter in this parenthesis. So to add the parameter, we can let's say name. I want to add the name, and I want to define that it is of type string. So for do the type stuff, we have to use the colon syntax, and we have to write it is of type int, sorry, string. Then for age, it is of type int, and for hobby, it is of type string. Okay. So I can use the string interpolation to use the parameters in my function body. So to add the string interpolation, we can use this dollar syntax and add the name to it. So the value of the name that we will use as argument get assigned to it as this dollar. So this dollar work as a string interpolation. So we can use dollar and is, and at last for the hobby we can say dollar hobby. So if you play this file, it will throw errors on us because we have described the parameters but will not pass the arguments. So the two different words in that I am talking about. So first one is a parameter and second one is an argument. So they're basically variables that we use in functions. So in function definition we use parameters as, and when we call the function we use arguments. So to pass the arguments, the first argument is of type string. So I have to give the name of my that is required here. So let's say I can name it at issue. And for the second value, I have to pass the int value. So 19. And at last, I have to give the hobby that is also a string. So I can say reading. And let me comment this first. Now run this code. So as you can see, our function work more dynamically. And now we can create this function that is about me for any user of the program. So let's say I want to create this function for different, let's say I want to create this function for Prince, and he is 20 years old, and his hobby is, let's say, eating. And play this file. As you can see, this function work in more dynamic way, and we can make this function more dynamic by using the parameters and arguments. And now we have to just pass the values in the arguments, and we can use this code more efficient way. So this is how parameter as well as argument type function work. And if you're doing it for the first time, and you're learning programming for the first time, you can also take the reference from the Kotlin docs. That is, you can just search on your browser, that is Kotlin docs, and all the function, all the things that is included in Kotlin, you can get the overview from that page. So I think Sargun will provide the link in the comment section about Kotlin docs also. So so we have talked about a simple function, we have talked about function with arguments and parameters. Now let me delete this. So now we are going to talk about function with return value. So how to create a function that returns something. So let me delete this all. Now, so we will start with scratch. So to create a function with return value, we have to use this function keyword. Let's say I want to make a function, let's say about, for the parentheses. Wait, sorry. Like this, make this more interesting. So we are going to make the function of sum. So we are going to calculate the sum value. So for this I want two parameters. So let's say we have a of type int, and b of type int also. Open the function body, and now I want to return the sum of a and b. So for this I have to write a return statement, return keyword, and a plus b. Okay. So function with return, we have to give the name of the function, declare with the function keyword, and we have to write the return keyword, and this is the value of the function that get returned. So we have to explicitly describe it here that I want to return int from this function. So for this we have to use colon syntax and add int there. Now, so we will the function definition is complete. Now we have to call the function. So to call the function, we can say that print ln. So print the return value of the sum, print ln, and we have to pass the two arguments. So let's say I want to sum 10 and 20, and so also we have to pass the name of the function. The file. As you can see, our sum, that is 10 plus 20, get printed on the console, and we can call this function for any sum we want. So let's say I want to sum 100 and 20. Play the file. As you can see, 120 get printed in the console. So this is how a function with returns value get used. So we have to declare the function, name the function, and then after this parameter is just optional. We can use parameter with return, as well as we can use without return, without parameter, and return something from the function. But the return is keyword is important, as well as we have to explicitly describe it here that I want to return int value from it. So because we have used two parameter as int, so return is also int. So this is how we can create a function with a return. And let me uh, delete this. And now we are going to talk about, so we have talked about variables, we have talked about functions. Now most important in the object oriented programming, it is classes. So we are going to talk about classes. So at first I have to write the main function. So how to create classes in Kotlin, and what is classes? So classes is basically the blueprint that is used to create objects, and we can create any number of objects from a class. And it basically gives us flexibility that we can use in programming and expand our features in any app or any program. So to declare a class, we have to use class keyword and the name of the class. So let's say I want to make a class of person. Okay, and we have to use the curly braces as well. Now we have to give the properties of this class. So properties are basically variables that is associated with a class, and it's just locally defined in that class. We cannot use that variable somewhere else in our program. So this is something called properties in class. So to declare a property, we can say val name, and we can say hello Sargun. Hello.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Is everything fine?
Yeah, everything is going fine.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So to declare a property that is associated with this class, we have to use, we can use a val or var. It's totally depend on us. So I have declared a property that is name of that person. Then I have used var for age and assign it to, let's say, 19. Okay. So we have declared two different properties of this class, and to create an object from this class, we have to use. So we can write var, and let's say this is object of type Rishu. So it is about Rishu. So its object name is Rishu. We can name my object any name we want. So we can say object one if we want. So it's just like variables, and then we have to call the default constructor. So let's say we have person. So we do not describe the constructor in a program. So default constructor get automatically called. So this is how we can create object in Kotlin. So this is how we can create classes, as well as we have create object. So I have created an object one of person type. Now I can call, so like I can print the values of this properties of this class. So I can say object one dot. You can call the properties by the dot notation, and we can say println object one dot name. If I play this file, we got Rishu printed in the console. Also, we can access the age property of this class. So by using println, so object one dot age, and we can see age get printed in the console. So we can also change the properties from this class by using object. So we can say object dot age is now 30. But as you can see, we have described it here that name is var, so we cannot change the name, but we can change the age because it is var. So this is how we can create a class and call object on it. Also, we can create methods in class. So method is just another name of function that is associated with a class. So we can, let's say we have to create a function that is eat or read, let's say, and we can say println by using the string interpolation as a name reads, and say is reading. Okay, so we can call this function by this object. So we can say object one dot read, and it's just a method, so we have to use the parenthesis as well. So play this file. Okay, as you can see, we got our function execution as well with this data object. So this is how we can create classes and object in Kotlin. Now I am going to talk about. So now I'm going to talk about how to use constructor or how to declare constructor in classes. So for this, we have to use something that is parameters. So I have to use the um, parenthesis, and in that I have to explicitly want. So let's say I want val and name, the name of my parameter, and it is of type string. Also for the is, we can say var is, and it's of type int. Okay. Now, what is constructor? Constructor are basically used to initialize the object. So I do not need this here. Instead of that, I want use the state val. Let's say about, and is, so it is a type of string, and say by using the string interpolation we can say name. We can say I am name, and I am is old. Now let me do this, and let's say eat, and delete this, and we can say name eats. Okay, so as you can see, we have added the parameters in this parenthesis. So how we can create an object that has constructor? So we have explicitly define a constructor in our program. For this, we have to simply say var, and we can say I want to create an object of type name Rishu. So this is about Rishu, and we can say var, and we can say person. Now we have to pass the object a value, so we have to pass the name. So we can say Rishu, because the first parameter is of type string and calling name. Then second parameter is int, so we can say 19. So this is how we can initialize our class here in the constructor calling. Then we can simply use the object and use the dot notation to access the properties as well as methods of this class. So we can say, tell me about the issue dot about. So we want to say print the file. As you can see, this class work in more dynamic way, as this person class can be used by any developers or any other users of this program. So let's say I want to create I want to know about another person. So let's say we have to create this another object. So I want to create this object for, let's say, prince, and person, the name of the person, that is. So, and let's say he's 20 years old, and we'll now print the properties that is associated with this prince. So prince dot about, and we can print this. So as you can see, this class work in more dynamic way, as this can be used for any other person that is using this program. So at first we are creating an object for issue, then we have created the object for prince, and we can do this for any number of time. We can create object from this class any number of time. So this is how we can create classes as well as describe constructor in our program. And classes are used very efficiently as well as very um, in our program, in any programming, so in any development. And basically it makes the development process as well as our workflow very easy. So we have talked about Kotlin, some basics of Kotlin. We have covered variables as well as how to declare final as well as mutable variables. And we have talked about function as well as classes. So on this basis, we will develop apps by using these programming skills. So in later sessions. So in today's session, we are now going to install Android Studio. So let's head back to our slides. So this is here we have left there. So we have new to programming track. So let's proceed further. And we have covered the Android basics and Kotlin course. Then we have talked about the, so what I have described it here is just included in the three sections of this Kotlin basic. So if you have done the code labs, you will get to know about this all things. So um, I have just used that reference and describe it here. So you have to do the pathways. So as I've described it here, at last you have to take the quiz, and at last you can earn the basis from that quiz. Okay, so the path way one is completed. Uh, you can use the Kotlin playground as I have described by using the online Kotlin editors, that is called Kotlin playground. Now, the most important thing is that we have learned the Kotlin basics. So what is the use of this Kotlin basic, or how we can develop apps? For this we have to install Android Studio. So it is an IDE that is required for developing Android apps. And so to download Android Studio, you can head over to the link, that is developers.android.com/studio. So this is the link for downloading Android Studio, or you can simply write in your browser that download uh, Android Studio. You can simply write on your browser, that is download Android Studio, and you will navigate to this link. So we have download Android Studio link here. So click on this. Okay, so there comes a button that will say download Android Studio. So you have to click on this. So it will automatically detect on the system that you are working on. So that is, it is Windows or Mac. So it will detect that. Then you have to get you will get a download button. So click on this, and after that you have to read this terms and condition if you want, and click on this. So it will get you the download link. So click on this, and it will download the Android Studio on your system. So basically, depending on upon your system, so if you are working on Mac, it will download a DMG file. If you are working on Windows, it will download the exe file. So it does not depend. You have to, if downloaded, then you have to double click on that, and it will open the setup wizard. And you have to just click on few next button, go with the manual setting as well, default setting, and it will also download some extra configuration files that is required for an Android Studio. So wait for that. It will take time, and it also depend upon your internet connectivity. So download Android Studio, and if you have downloaded Android Studio, then it will look something like this. So open the Android Studio from wherever location you have, and the first page that will come whenever you open the Android Studio is something like this. Okay, so this is the first page that will occur when you first open the Android Studio, and you will get the options of different things. So we have the section that tells create new project, and you will not get this create new Flutter project because because you do not have installed Flutter plugins. So we are not going to talk about Flutter today. But if you have download the Flutter plugins, then you will also get the option to create a Flutter project. So it's totally optional. Then we have different things there. So we have to click on this to create a new project. We have to click on this first section, that is create new project. And now we will get different sorts of activities that we can use in our app. So we have basic activity, we have navigation activity as well, and we have maps activity. If you want to integrate a map in our app, we can use this map activity. We have login activity as well. So different activities are included that is pre-configured, and you can also use this. Also we can get an option of if you want to create an app for the Wear OS, that is Android OS, or we want to create an app for the Android TV automotive, that is different cars have Android system installed in there. So we have different things that is available here, but we are going with the empty activity. So that is default selected, and you have to click on this next section. And now you have to name the app that you want to create. So let's say we can name it anything you want. Let's say I want to create an app that is Hello World. You can say Hello Kotlin. Now you have to describe the package name of this app. Package name are basically unique name of the your app that is associated with your app. And if you want to deploy your app to the app stores, that is in Android we talk about Play Store. So you have to use some unique package name. So you can use your domain. If you have any domain owned, you can use your domain. So if you do not have any domain, you can simply use the example one, or you can simply write in the in instead of example, you can simply write your name as well. So if you are doing this locally, or you can if you are learning, then you can use any package name. But if you want to deploy your apps to the app store, then you have to use something very specific or very unique. So this is a little bit about package name. And next thing is that this is where we can save your project. So where you want to save the project. So if you want to navigate to the project location, you can click on this, and it will ask you where you want to save the project. So I generally save my project to my desktop. So I have selected my desktop. Then so as you can see, we have location, that is users slash my username, and then the desktop. Then after that you will get a section that will which language we want to include in this app. So we have different, so we have Java as well as Kotlin as an option. So Java can also be used to develop Android apps, and it was used when Kotlin was not developed. And now Kotlin is an official language of app development in Android. So, and it's also recommended by the developers of Android team. So that's why we are using Kotlin for the Android app development. So I will select the Kotlin. Then we have section that is we have to select the minimum SDK. So minimum SDK is means which version of Android you want to use in your app. So we have different options. So we have API 20. So we can use Android KitKat, Lollipop, Marshmallow, Nougat, Oreo, and the latest Android art. So we can use any Android version if you want. But as you can see, if I choose an API 90, that is Android KitKat, you your app will run on approximately 98.1% of the devices that is available device around the world. So choose wisely. If you use Android 11, so you can see your app will run on less than 1% of the devices. So if you use Oreo as your Android version, then it will run on the 60% of devices that is available. So choose wisely, and recommended is you can use Android KitKat. So it will run 98% of the devices. Also you can just click on this help me choose section and choose your device app configuration if you want. So if you choose Jelly Bean, it will run on 99%, 99.8% of devices, and so on. So you can use this chart for learning about how to use the Android version in your app. So I will click on this next, and I will go with 19 version, so KitKat. Then you have to click on this finish section, and it will start the setup process and do the all the background details. So it will basically set up your project for you. Okay, so it will take time. Till then it is working and it is doing all the background steps. You can also see the status of what is happening behind the scenes as in the this section. So as it is scanning files to index, then it will do the Gradle builds and all. So we can wait for it, or we can do something more productive. Okay, so let me give you some overview about this Android Studio. So we have different sections there. So we can see this is the project pane, and this we have a project files resides. So we can navigate to the Android section. Um, if it is not computer, then we cannot open it. So we have Android section there. We can also use the project view if you want, and it will describe us how the project is located, how the project is structured in our system, and we can simply go with the Android view also. So this is how project work, and I will talk about more when we do the app development. Now we have different sections. So till then it is running, we can just head back to our browser, and let me close this and close this again. Okay, so I will talk about as like before, I will give you some of the resources that is required for the app development. So we have this basic, that is Android basic, so you have to do the code labs as well. So if you want to learn from videos as well, you can use this Udacity free courses. So Udacity offers very some of the few courses that is created by Android team itself. So it's a free course that is provided to you for the learning Android app development. So you can simply use a browser and type Udacity free courses. So next, we can use Udacity free Android courses to be more specific. As you can see, as you can see, there comes a various links that is for Android also. So we have Android basics. So we will learn about user interfaces, and these courses are free of cost. These courses are created by the industry experts, by the Android team itself. So you can take this course also to learn about the basics as well as advanced concept in Kotlin. Some of the courses will also cover the Kotlin. So you can use this link and learn the Android as well. So for this, simply you have to click on any of the links. There are, I think, 5 or 6 programs that is available for you as a free to learn Android app development. So and all the links are for the Kotlin. So this is there. So it is not opening. So you can click on any of the links. And after that, you have to just sign up in the Udacity if you want, and you will get a section that is button start free course, and it will start the course for you. So I recommend this course because I generally, when I learn Android, I use this courses for my learning. So and it's a free of cost, and it is very helpful in learning Android app development. So we have different lessons there. We have to click on the start, and we can learn by videos there. So it is also recommended. So I recommend you to that, do the code labs that is available in Android Study Jam, as well as you can do the videos also to get the complete overview of what is happening behind the scenes and how to do the stuffs in Android. So this is it about Android courses. You can also search Android free Udacity course. We can search free Kotlin Udacity course, Kotlin Udacity. So there's also a course for learning Kotlin as well, offered by Udacity and also created by the Android team itself. So you can also take that courses, and if you want more such links and for more such tips, you can just follow us, and we'll provide you all the links that is required for learning all the stuff that is required. So I think it is done. No, it is also it is still running. So as you can see, we have status there, that is it is doing the Gradle build, and till it is coming. So let's wait for that. We will do the of virtual device. So that is called emulators. So what is emulator or virtual device in Android world? So it is basically a virtual device that is used to test your code, and it's very similar to your real physical device. So to set up a virtual device, you can click on this, that is AVD manager. So this little icon here, that is AVD manager, or you can just use this tools section, that is tools menu, and If you click on this, you will also get the AVD manager here. So you can go with here, or you can go with this little icon. If you do not find the little icon, you can just use the tools menu, and you can go with the AVD manager. So click on this AVD manager now. So it will give you all the Android virtual devices that is installed on your computer. If you do not have any virtual device installed, you can create one. So to create a virtual device, you have to click on this create virtual device section here. And now you will get different options of creating virtual devices. So we have options for TV, we have options for phone. As you can see, we can create apps for all the different platforms that is uses Android. So we can create apps for TV and test our code on the TV virtual device. But we have VRO as virtual device. We have tablets there that uses Android, so we can also test our code on tablets. We have automotive there. So different sorts of virtual device also available in Android Studio. We can use this. So we are going with the phone because we are now developing the apps more specifically with the phone, and we can select any of the virtual device, but make sure select the device where the this play icon appears. So it will have the Play Store installed as well as all the required configurations for the virtual device. So make sure you install the virtual device that has this play icon. So now I will go with this Pixel device just to show you how to install Android, how to install virtual device. So I will select this and click on this next section. So next button, and now it will ask you to download the system image. System image is basically the Android version on which your virtual device run. So select any of the any of the system image. So I have downloaded the Oreo system image. So to download, you have to click on this download link, and it will download the system image. And you can just if you have downloaded, then you can select this. So I have downloaded this Oreo system image. So I will select this. Then you have to click on this next button, and now you will get the option to change the name of your virtual device. So you can also change the name of a virtual device if you want, and you can and give that what is the startup orientation. So we can start the Android emulator in the um, portrait mode, or we can also go for the landscape. So but you can also use the graphic session if you want to use the graphic of our system. You can that is computer, you can also use this. But I will recommend that you can just go with default setting and do not change anything if you do not know about it. So you can click on this finish session, and it will do all the setup and download the virtual device on your Android Studio. So wait for that. Okay, as you can see, my new virtual device comes here, and it's a Pixel device. And you can launch this device by using this play button, but I'm not going to do it here because generally new devices take very much long time to set up, and it will also download some external stuffs as well. So it will take time. So I will go with my old installed virtual device. So that is my Pixel 3a API 727 virtual device. So I will just get out of here. So by clicking on this here, and if you have downloaded any virtual device, then you will get a section to select a virtual device. So I will go with my old installed virtual device, that is Pixel 3a device. So I will select this, and now if you click on this play button, so it will start installing or compiling your code and doing all the steps to get the code in your device. As you can see, this is similar to our real Android devices, and it has all the apps there. And I want to install any of the apps, you can install it here. So it's simply a virtual device, but it's just like your real devices. So it will take some time to load the state. So that is the previous state of this virtual device. And so let's wait for that. Sargun, is there something wrong with, because I have received a phone call. Is everything going smooth, Sargun?
Yeah,
Okay,
no issues.
fine. So we are nearly end of the session because we do not want to make the session very long. So this is just a session one of our new to programming track, and I want to just cover the basics. So you can just proceed further and do the code labs. And if you have any problem or any errors doing that code lab, you can just contact us, or you can also figure out on the Google. So you can simply search on Google or Stack Overflow if you want. So just wait for that till it is running. Till it is running, let's back to our slides. And so till what we have covered, so we have installed Android Studio and do the emulator setup. So this will also covered in the some of the code labs in that new to programming track. So this is how it looks. Then so I think it is done. So it is installing, as you can see in this status bar here, that is it is installing my app in my virtual device. So wait for that. One thing to point out that the two tabs get already opened when the you have created the project. So first one is the main activity.kt file. So this is where kt is the section of Kotlin. So this is where want to write we will write the Kotlin code, and we have Android main.xml file. So this is where we will write all the layout and the layout codes as well as layout in our app. So as you can see, this is how the layout of our app work. So this is the Kotlin. This is the app that is default been created whenever we create our first Android Studio project. So simply this is Hello World app. So I will not do the app development today, but let me add some configurations or edit this. So select this file. So select this there, and now I will just rename this. So I will go to this common attribute section. So this is where our the common attributes reside. As you can see, we have text section there. So I will just rename this. Okay, so I have renamed this to the Hello Android, and click on this. So as you can see, this is just a preview of what we have done with our layouts. So as you can see, we have Hello Android there. So let's say if we want to add a button to our app, so how we can do this? So to select an attribute, or we can click on this search box, and we can write any attributes there. So and to add the elements to in your app, we have several options there. So we can add text, we can add buttons, we can add visits, we cannot. So we will talk about more this. So let me add a button. So we can search it here. So let's say we want to add a button. So we can search for button, and that's you can drag and drop here. So this is how Android Studio work and Android development work. You have to just drag and drop here the things that you want to use in your app. And it's also you have to add the constraints to your app, so that what is the location of this button. So for this we can simply this is the way to add the constraints. So we can just click on this plus plus, and it will add the constraint to your button. So you can use any constant. So it basically depend upon where you want to add the location of this button. So I will just play this file and see how it looks. So to play the file, you can play the app. You can click on this play button. So it will play the play the app for you, and it is doing the Gradle build. And after that, it will install the app on your emulator. So let's wait for that. So we have different elements, that is views. We can call it views, that is available in Android. So we have buttons, we have image view. So if you want to add the image to your app, you can use image view. We have recycle view, we have a scroll. So to add the scrolling effect, uh, if you want to use the switch, we can also use the switch. So it is installing our app on our emulator. So let's open our emulator and see how it looks. So till installing, so we have a button, that is a red button here, that we can stop the our running activity that is currently running in our Android Studio. So as you can see, we got Hello Android as well as a button app here on this screen, and we are not doing anything with this button. So I'm just showing how to add the layouts, some basic layouts. So this is how we can do the steps to add the image to your app. You can use this image view if you want. So let's say I want to add an image here, and for this you have to select the image. To use your local image, you can add the assets to your app. So I will show you in our later sections how to add the assets. So I will just go with this avatar that is pre available in Android Studio. So as you can see, this is how our image works. So to add the image, we have to use the image view, and we have to add the constraints to image view. So where this image is located in our app screen, that is in our mobile screen. So to add the constraints, we can simply use this plus to add the different constraints to our view. So I think this is done, and we can just play this file and see how it looks. So it will do all the Gradle build again and install the app on your virtual device. Okay, till then it is running. Let me talk about some of the additional resources that I want to provide you for the continue learning your processes. So we have official Android developers site. So you can just use this site to learn about Android, and it will cover about all the basics as well as all the stuff that is included in Android. So you can just use this link, and I recommend you to take the screenshot of this page so you can use this for the future reference. Then we have the Kotlin docs also, so that will be provided by the Sargun in comment box. And so you can use this Kotlin docs to learn about Kotlin programming language and get to know about Kotlin more. Then we have Android developers blog site there, so we'll get the basics, what is the going in the Android world and what are the latest features that will come in that Android. So this is also recommended to check the Android blog. Then we can also check the Medium blog, that is in Medium we have also the Android developers page there that we can check to get the understanding about Android development. And Medium is very cool platform where you can learn all the technical skills if you want. So you can also check it out there. Then we have Android developers YouTube site there. So they generally have videos about Android development and what is going behind, what is going in the Android development. So we can also check out their Android developers YouTube channel, and there are many more links that is available. So I do not want to clutter this page with different links, but you can use this reference and get to learn more about Android development. So let's head back to um, our app. So it's a basic app. So you can see it is installing our app. So let's wait for that. So where is my image? Okay, somehow we know not our image because we not have imported it. So to use an image we have to import the image. So this is how we can add stuffs or we use in our app. I will talk about more, and we will combine all the Kotlin as well as layouts in our of our app in our next session. So till then so Android series jam will be it's a very long period, so we can it's in on January 25. So till then we have time, and we will have different sessions on Android series jam. uh, and I am planning about 3 to 4 sessions about Android series jam. So we will meet again in our session 2. So till then do the all the stuff that I have described you. Do the code labs, watch the videos, and check out these links if you want, and to get the complete overview. So over to you, Sargun.
Yeah. So that was amazing, and thank you, Rishu, for such an amazing and informative session. Your explanation about each and everything was very nice and succinct. Also, guys, Rishu has just a second. Yeah. Also, guys, Rishu has given incredible sessions on Android in the past. Those are uploaded in our YouTube channel. Do check them out too. So thank you again, Rishu. And now we will move on with the Q&A session. After that, we will provide you with the links to join our Telegram and other social media groups, channels, and do join the groups as the latest update information about our DSC club will be given to you on those platforms. I will share all those links in the comments too. We are on Instagram too. You can get updates from there too. And yeah. Guys, in the end, we will provide you with the Google form. It is of feedback and
Do we have any questions there?
uh, till now, I don't think we have any queries, but we will
Okay.
have if you guys uh, have any
You can
queries
also
and
ask the
questions.
queries in our Telegram group as well. So we are also available there.
Yeah. Even if you watch this video after the session is over, you can join our Telegram group and can post your queries in those group. We will answer to you there. And so the I was talking about feedback, right? And the feedback form is take my words. We consider feedback very much seriously. Also, from next session onwards, whatever your suggestions will be, we will try to follow up with them. And yeah, so please fill up that form. Also, if anybody have any questions right now, you can post your queries and questions in the drop it down in the comment section below. Uh, so I think we don't have any questions.
Okay,
Till
so
then, I will
you have
share
to
you all the
join us
links.
on our DSC community platform. So our link is provided here. So you can take the screenshot if you want and join us as a um, community member. So to get all the RSVP link and all the stuff that is behind the scenes of that DSC OIST. So at last, thank you, and let's get started. It is not over, so you have to do the code labs, and if you get stuck, you can just contact us. So till
And
then,
yes, it's just one last point that Android Study Jams, this is the session one, and we will have many more sessions as Rishu is our Android head and he will take it on. So, guys, if you haven't checked out this one and you are just moving on to session two, just look it from here as this is the first part. We have a very ample of time and we will cover everything related to basics and some intermediate stuff about Fortran and Android. So I think that's it. We don't have any questions right now. Let's then move on. And uh, if
thank
you
you
guys
guys.
have, okay, so I think we should
In it.
end the session.
So
Okay.
let's end it and
So
let's get started.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.